Joining us now, Head Coach DeMeco Ryans. Coach, great to see you. Thanks for visiting with us. And week 2 did not go as well as planned. Week 3 upon us with Jacksonville, but let's reflect back here because you did improve in certain areas. What did you like, even though you didn't get the W, and what still needs improvement? Overall snapshot, Coach.
Yeah, overall snapshot, what I like from our special teams unit, right? The way our special teams unit, really ignited a fire in our team. They gave us a chance to win the game. Like Noel returning the football there did an outstanding job of setting the team up to be able to get a block punt there and to pressure the punt. Another time, really outstanding job to force a missed field goal. Man, you talk about impact plays in a special teams game, that was huge for us. Offensively, what I liked, we got in the end zone. Yeah. We did get in the end zone, which we didn't do the first week. So definitely taking strides there. CJ to Nico, that connection, really nice touchdown there. Seeing Chubb run the football well again. Another week and get in the end zone. Some positives there, how our communication, how urgent we were getting in and out of the huddle, right, to give ourselves the time that we needed. Thought that was an improvement from week 1. And defensively, I thought we improved on the third downs as we continue to progress through the game. It didn't start great, but third down, we did improve on the third down, giving ourselves a chance to get off the field to get the offense the ball back.
Coach, when you were driving home, just kind of in your thoughts, I don't know if you have as long a drive as I do, but I was in my thoughts the whole way. Was there something that kind of in the back of your mind that you kept thinking about, like, this one thing is just kind of stuck right there about that game? Is there one of those for you?
I wish it was just one. But,
yeah.
John, I think the thing that stuck to me was just tackling. Yeah. Like, that's the part that just continued to eat at me is just, like, the tackling, where we tackle really well the first week.
Right.
And then you come out the second week, and it was not good enough, right? And it wasn't winning football. And ultimately, that's what the game came down to is tackling. So that's the one that sticks me. But something we have to – I know we can do it. It's just a matter of, man, are you consistently dialed in? How bad do you want to get the guy down? How urgent are you to wrap guys up? Right. Like a lot of times we're trying to tackle with one arm, which doesn't work in this league, and our guys know that, right? We didn't need more evidence to show that it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So we got to wrap guys up, take them to the ground.
Coach, I'm going to go in no particular order here. At the end of the game, there you are. You're kind of in a clock conundrum because do you call timeouts to hope to save a little time, yet you want to keep them out of the end zone? You hope they run out of time. It's kind of a tough situation to play, right, when they're driving down the field.
Yeah, a tough situation to play, Mark. The main thing and everything is, well, you're not thinking the other side like we're going to give up a touchdown in this situation with how much space we had, how much time. So – knowing we could end the game. It was a thinking, just let's end the game defensively. We just need 4 stops to end the game. And that was the thought process. And we had them there, 4th and 10. We had them. Again, like Baker made a play. We didn't make a play. Didn't execute the pressure the proper way. And then we got free and we don't make the tackle there. It's just, hey, what do you do? All right, you keep going forward. All right, now we got 4 new downs. Let's go. Right. And we sit back, play our coverage, allow our 4 guys to rush up front, and then it comes back down to tackling the running back again. Couple check down plays, try to eliminate the deep passes, which we did, but then the check down plays happened, and we allowed just missed tackles, allowed them to get closer, which they shouldn't have been.
Coach, I always love seeing growth from young players. And last night, Woody does some good things. Jalen Knowles, you talked about in your press conference, Jalen Knowles, the return game. He has 2 kickoff returns. The punt return is a great one, which I'm still trying to understand what they threw the flag for and then picked it up. Thankfully, they did. Jaden Higgins has the one across the middle that's really good. Ariante is doing some good things at left tackle. What do you see from your young guys and the growth that they're making at this point?
Our young guys are doing an awesome job, right? They're stepping in. They're being reliable with the things they're asked. I know we're putting Ariante in a tough spot, rookie left tackle. He's doing a really nice job. He's improving. Thought he had a much better week this week of just training and just finishing his one-on-one matchup is what I challenged him on this week, and I thought he did a really nice job of that. Jay Knowles, knowing he could be an explosive returner for us, explosive playmaker. He just needed to show everyone that he has that capability. He proved it. on Monday night. He showed that capability. We just got to continue to give him more opportunities. Woody made an got a check down pass, makes an explosive run up their sideline, and he had some really nice runs as well, man. So we just keep giving those guys opportunities, right? Higgins is doing a nice job as well with the opportunities that he's given, but it's good to see good young guys just not being too big for them. They're just taking it how it comes, and they're making the plays that they're supposed to make.
Yeah, what'd you think of the 1-2 punch of Nick Chubb and Woody Marks, and also Chubb being in there in some, I'll put it in air quotes, obvious passing situations, but you trust him in those situations?
Yeah, for sure. I really like the combination, what I'm seeing between Woody and Chubb. It's a really good 1-2 combination, and I think we have to rely on that a little bit more, right? Getting both guys more opportunities, right? Chubb, he's done a really outstanding job in the pass protection, right? He saved us on one of our play-action passes last week versus the Rams to pick up an edge blitzer this week. Just how strong, how stout he is, picking up blitzers, smart, knowing where to go. We just got to give him more of those opportunities, which I think he can help us a lot when it comes to those protections. When they're bringing second-level defenders, I think Chubb has done the best job at handling those, so we got to give him more opportunities on passing situations, second and third down, to put him in those spots more.
Coach, I would imagine the challenge at 0-2, when you look at it, in reality, it's 2 playoff teams from last year. You lost on the road where you had a chance getting in the red zone. Last night, had all kinds of chances to win that game against 2 very good teams. How do you, as leader of this group, make sure you don't lose the confidence, that you remind guys, hey, look, we're a really good football team. We haven't played like it all the time. We've played like it some of the time, and we haven't got a break to go our way. We're eventually going to have that. How do you get them to not lose confidence that they are the team that they really are?
Yeah, for me, man, I'm the stabilizer here, right? And it's me steadying the ship, making sure everybody's stable, and just what's the truth? I know how it feels. I know it doesn't feel great to be 0-2. Trust me, I don't feel great about being 0-2. But the truth of the matter is, we've had some really good plays when we do it the right way. Right? We had some really successful plays when we do it the right way. And now, what are those mishaps? Where are we off a little bit when it doesn't go quite how we've coached it, right? Our players aren't doing it quite like we coached it. And I got to correct that, right? And show guys, hey, this is how it looks when we do it right, and this is how it looks when we're not doing it the proper way. This leads to losing football. This is winning football. So let's just get more on the positive side. Let's make more winning plays. Let's make more winning decisions, and we'll be in the win column.
Well, the lesson was in the game itself in a way, because I know you were disappointed not getting into the end zone with 2nd and goal inside the 1, yet you were able to get the lead later on anyway because you made plays on all 3 levels.
Yeah, for sure. I know that's the big one that comes up on the, being there on the goal line and not being able to punch the ball in. I mean, we had opportunities. We hit Nico there on the first down. He almost gets in. We try to run it. We get knocked back, get stuff. So 3rd down, we went with our playmakers, right? CJ and Nico, we went with them. They executed that play in practice perfectly. Man, get into the game, we had the same opportunity, same look. We didn't make the play. And we had the 4th down play, which was miscommunication on the motion, and we didn't execute the play properly. So it goes back to, I know we're not close. I know we're not far off, right? If we execute our plays properly, probably have 2 guys open in the end zone right there.
Coach, maybe along those lines, but your thoughts on how you've thought CJ has progressed through his first couple of weeks, learning this new offense and kind of leading it. What have you thought about CJ?
Yeah, CJ's done a good job. But CJ with all of us, we got all room for improvement, right? CJ got to pick it up. Everybody else around him has to pick it up, right? If we expect more, we got to do more, and just go and do what we've been coached to do and do it the right way. Do it with that, and everybody do it with a great attitude, man. It's so close. That's why it's hard. Man, we're 0-2. I can't believe 0-2, but it's man, you're talking about a few plays, right? You're talking about a handful of plays, from being 2-0, and that's the league, right? That's how it is every week. And now, how can we lean into those moments of, man, it's going to come down to some critical moments, some 4th down, some 3rd down plays, are you relishing those moments? Are you excited to be in those moments? Coach, I'll make that play. we just got to make those plays. We've been in position there a few times. We just got to find a way to make those plays.
All right, so Jacksonville, they just lost to the Bengals in a game they feel like they should have won.
Yeah.
So that's how they're playing. They won on opening day, and they look a little different. They look good offensively, not perfect, turning the ball over sometimes. But what are you seeing in them overall, Coach?
I think Liam has done a really nice job of changing how that team looks, right? They look different. They look much better than they've done in the past. Offensively, just think with their run game, they picked it up in the run game, schematically what they're doing. It fits really what we've seen the past 2 weeks. But I think where they stick out to me is in the screen game. That's where Etienne, Hunter, all those guys, like, they do a really nice job of the screen. We know Liam loves the screens. He's probably top 3 in calling screens since he's been a play caller. So we had some screens that hit us in the game last week that we know we have to clean up there. So know that's coming. Trevor, if you allow him, right, he can fit the ball in tight windows. He can hit the deep pass as well. But we know we got to apply pressure. We got to make sure we give him some different looks. Just got to execute the coverages and things the proper way and allow the D-line to get after there. Offensive line is playing better. Really good unit, solid unit. They've done a really nice job as well.
I know it's not 100% analogous, Coach, but in prepping for the Bucs, where Liam was calling plays, and now he's in Jacksonville, and it's a different crew of guys, so you're doing things differently. But it feels like there's some crossover. Has that sort of helped at least to start the prep for Jacksonville?
Yeah, it's been a ton of crossover. I was joking with the guys, like, I've been watching Liam Cohen for
all season?
all week, all season. But, yeah, watching Tampa, it's like we pop up old games. I'm like, man, this is all Liam and what he's calling. So those concepts, they definitely carry over, kind of get a feel for how he called the game. And Josh had his own little wrinkle to how he called it, but definitely a ton of staples, a ton of carryover from what we've done, this week, and even so much for the first week as well. A lot of similarities there when it comes to conceptually what you're watching, but ultimately it always comes down to how we're executing what we have to do. But knowing, you kind of know where they want to lean, where their strengths lie. We got to do a better job of stopping the run. They're going to come in and probably copy some of the same run schemes that we saw on Monday night.
I'm old enough to remember the Dolphins coming in here last year with their screen game because they ran a ton of screens, right? And you dealt with it so well. How similar or different is this screen game that the Jags present?
Yeah, very similar. It just comes to having awareness, right? Especially from the D-line perspective, right? When you feel guys really aren't blocking you, if you have that awareness, right, to get out. Danielle made a great play on a screen on Monday night. Like, comes off the ball, feels the tackle isn't blocking him. You got to know something is up. And that's the main thing I try to teach our guys, especially for the ends and even the interior tackles for that degree. If a guy isn't blocking you aggressively, like, put the brakes on, right? Something is up. You got to turn out as some type of screen pass. So the better our guys play with awareness up front, the better we can handle the screens.
I feel like, I'm glad you brought up Danielle, Coach, because it feels like in 2 games, I'm glad he got the sacks last night. He gets to 100, which is a hell of an accomplishment. What has he given you through the first couple of games, Danielle? I know Will's done a great job on the other side, but Danielle in particular, chasing down Baker for the 1 sack, getting the ball out. That I always feel like when the ball is there on the ground, it's like everybody wants to jump off the sideline and go grab it. But just Danielle and what he's given you for the first couple of games.
Man. Relentless energy. I mean, he's been on it. Like, he's been on a tear. The way he gets after these tackles, man, it's second to none. So he's done an outstanding job of just continuing to apply pressure, right, mixing up the moves. You see spin move, fake spin. He has so many moves in his tool belt. So it's always fun to watch him because you never know quite how he's going to get to the quarterback. But you know it's going to be effective. You know he's going to apply pressure, and he's done a great job these first 2 weeks, man. Proud of him for reaching such an incredible feat of getting 100 sacks. Let's keep going. Let's keep getting more. And the more the merrier, so I'm looking forward to it.
What goes on with certain guys? Because Danielle, when you see him away from the field, he's so calm, he's so quiet.
Boy, kind of like our head coach.
Yeah.
Off the field,
but
so
you're not quiet. You're not
nice.
quiet, though, and you've got energy.
No, but
and,
I mean,
Danielle walks around like he's very subdued in a way.
Yeah.
Is he saving it all for between the lines? You've
I
seen a
think
lot
that's
of
what
guys.
it is. He's saving it all. And he's the one guy who can flip that switch when he crosses the field. Man, he definitely turns it on. But he never says much. He doesn't say much, but you know when he shows up, like he's one of our hardest workers, right? And he's one of our most productive guys because it means a lot to him, right? And I just think back to the free agency process and getting to Neil here with the Texans, like how much it meant to him, right, to play for his hometown team. It meant so much to him to be able to come home and play here with the Texans. So when it means that much to you, it's in your heart. It means more. You're going to do a little bit more, and that's what he shows us every time it's game day.
All right, here we go into the AFC South, and there's just something different when you're in the division, right? There's something extra. A win would count twice maybe when you think about tiebreakers and that kind of thing. But really, what is it about a division team? You know them so well, a lot of the same guys. You've been in some battles with them. What about that aspect of things?
Yeah, that's the part that makes it exciting. You know the players, right? We know it's a new scheme, offensively, defensive versus Jacksonville, but these players we've went against these guys for the most part, went against most of the guys before, and you know what to expect. Right, you know the type of players they are. You know their strengths. You know their weaknesses, and vice versa. They know ours as well. It's almost like training camp, so to speak. You guys go against each other 2 times, but you know what's on the line. Like every year, man, you know you have to win your division, right? To get into the playoffs, you have to win your division. So there is a heightened sense of urgency, like, oh, division game, like we got to get this one done. And so, it's no pressure on anybody, but it's just like, let's go out and let's find a way to get this one done.
I don't want to say, are you happy that the game is finally at noon? I think there's some people in this room that are happy that the game is taking place at noon Central, but it feels, I don't know, like, I know it's a shorter week, but is it better to kind of get back on the routine? Like, okay, Tuesday, got to get back to work. Wednesday, we're kind of on our normal practice schedule. Play Sunday, kind of like normal. Does that kind of help this week at all?
I hope anything helps. It's just I'm happy that it's coming very quickly.
Yeah.
Right. That's the thing. Like, we've had 2 tough ones that we lost there in the fourth quarter. So I'm very happy that, hey, we got to flush this one quick. It doesn't matter. We can't hold on to this one too long. We got to let it go. We got to press forward. Right, because we hold on to these 2 now that we're not going there.
Yep.
Like, reset, let's go. Do what we got to do, finish games the right way, and we can get in the win column.
Dow, how do you handle the situation with the short week, coming off a Monday night game and everything? How do you take care of the guys' bodies and that sort of thing?
It's a great question there. I mean, today, Tuesday, will be our off day, so players are out just recovering. Tomorrow, we won't go true full speed practice because it's 48 hours removed from the game. So still want to take care of the guys health wise and make sure their bodies are recovered. So it'd be more of a jog through, walk through type tempo on our Wednesday practice. Thursday will be a normal practice. We put the pads on, which is kind of like a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then our Friday practice will be probably a little bit more up tempo with the walk through on Wednesday.
Coach, you mentioned flushing it. And I've always wondered about this because we talk about it in the football world, like, hey, you got to flush it, you got to move on. What do you do to try and flush it? Is it just immediately dive into Jacksonville and that's the next opponent, let's go? What's the best thing for you and others around you to flush it and move on? How do you do, like, what's the technique for you to get it behind you completely?
Oh, man, for me, it's going through the film with the coaching staff. So I sit and I go through the film with the offensive coaches, and I'll go with the defensive coaches and the special teams, and I just get out all of my frustrations right there in the meeting. Like, what are we doing? Why are we not executing?
Right.
So I get it all out there,
Gotcha.
and by that time, when I see the players, man, it's behind me.
Gotcha.
Got it all out. Let's go. Positive energy. We're all moving forward on fixing what we need to fix, and that's most of that energy is what is geared to. Hey, we got to fix what we got to fix, and I also told the coaches today, it's a lot of great things that you can't lose sight of. Man, we lost a game. You can't lose sight of the good things and the improvements that we've made. Like, build on those, clean up what we got to clean up, and let's press forward.
All right, Amegy Bank Ask Coach question of the week, and I think a lot of people can benefit from this. So you tell us, Coach, how do you keep, throughout these long work days, how do you keep your energy up? How do you keep going, keep moving along? What can you share with us?
How do I keep my energy going and moving throughout the day? Well, it starts, I have to get a workout in, so I try to get a workout, hit the weights.
So first
in the
thing.
afternoon. Now, first thing in the morning, I'll start with the devotion. All right, start with the word to just start the day. And then throughout the day, I'm listening to music, listening to worship music while I'm in my office watching film, just to keep the energy going there. Midday, I try to grab a workout or try to go outside and walk around a little bit just to keep moving, hopefully moving, spark some new ideas and thoughts in my head.
Don't get bogged down at the desk too much.
I can't be a sitter all day. Gotta move around.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Coach, thanks a lot for joining us. Good luck this week.
Thanks, guys. Enjoyed it.